People will not want to read tech news on Instagram. Fine, it will make the news, because all those things are just scrollable. But they will rather go to a tech website, a tech blogging website to get more information. Like all these things I just said now, imagine you converted everything into a technical content and put it on a website. You get it will fly. Hello, my name is Goodnews and I'm the CEO of DG Hub Tech Solutions. Welcome to CECD TV, and we are here to talk about tech stuff generally. And today, my target will be people that love tech but don't love coding. That's my target. All of you, come closer. All right. So we know that there are many people that love tech. People love tech. They just wish the knowledge of tech will just jump into their brain. They will just have all the knowledge and start making money with it, But it takes a lot of hard work. That's the truth. It takes a lot of hard work to be a tech person. Even down to the tiniest part of tech, it takes hard work. There has been a recent discussion on Twitter where they say the Yahoo boys, like we call them in our language today, the internet fraudsters and tech guys, and they are saying the internet fraudsters are doing better for their people than the tech guys. And then someone comes up to the platform and says the internet fraudsters that we call Yahoo boys, I'll use that language here. They can house up to 15 persons in a place with the hope of getting millions in 3 months. But that's not the same for the tech guys, because the tech guys would need a lot of resources. And you would be lying if you tell a tech guy, in 3 months, you'll start making money that can buy you GLK. Of course, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's possible, but it's very rare. It's very, very rare. So tech takes a lot of time. That's why you can't compare it with any other illegal means of making money through computers, and all of that. So for the tech lovers that don't want to write codes, I'm here for you. Okay? I'm here for you. Although I'll still subscribe that you come to our academy, DG Hub Academy, and come and learn how to write codes. But then we still have a few things that you can do without writing codes. Okay? The first one I have here is graphics design. Graphics design. As a graphics designer, you really don't need to know how to write any code. But does it take a lot of mental space? Yes. It takes a lot of mental work. You need to know how to think. You need to know how to be creative. There's actually no craft on earth. There's no good profession that doesn't take time, that doesn't take a mental investment, that doesn't take your resources. If anybody tells you there's a shortcut to it, it's probably offering you a Ponzi scheme and you don't know it. Okay, so it must take your time, it must take your brain work. So we are not saying you should venture, there are pathways into tech that you can take that is just so easy, that won't require your mental work. No, it's going to be hard. It's going to take your time, but it doesn't necessarily need you to write code, and it will eventually pay off. It will pay off if you are diligent with it. The same way the guys are writing code also will pay off for them. All right, so let's get that very clear. We are not saying we are giving you a walk in the park. No, we are just saying coding versus non-coding. So graphics design would need you to be creative, study other designs, merge colors, just have concepts. Graphics designers, video editors, and all of that. You just need to think outside the box. You need to be mentored. You need to be in a community of people that do the same things. Okay, so it will be tasking too. It will need the same level of seriousness, just like the person that be writing code. It will need the same time of research. It will need the same. That's why we have grades. If you want to find out amazing graphic design, there's this Corel competition that they do every year, even the Photoshop competitions. Go and see their top 10 and see how amazing those guys' works are. All right. So there's graphics design and all of that. So we also have UI UX. Who is a UI UX designer? A UI UX designer is a person that designs the outlook of an app, a website, or a software generally. Okay, so he's the person that designs the outlook. He doesn't code it. Can the outlook be written with code? Yes. But you can also use UI UX softwares like a Figma, Adobe XD. I'm just speaking traditionally. Okay, we have all of that, but we can also those UI UX designers also take those things they design and hand them over to those that now use them to write codes. So you see, we just skip the coding part, and you just with those software, you just do a little bit of drag and drop, change field here, create a square, just put some elements, change the color, put an image, and do all of that and do all of that. Then just create a link between all of them. That's simply UI UX designing. It's quite easy to learn, but like I said, it will still require diligence. It will require a lot of diligence to be astute at it and be good at it. All right. So there is that, and trust me, yes, you can also make a lot of money by working remotely or working for companies that need UI UX designers for their software and all of that. So we also have a business analyst. A business analyst. Who is a business analyst? A business analyst is simply a person that takes an idea, from maybe a software development company, a developer, and then translates that idea into what a user can have. He turns requirements, business requirements, software requirements into a plan. He just crafts everything out really nicely and makes everything feasible, within the tech space. I would also like to add that there's also the part for a tech entrepreneur. Just the same way we have fashion entrepreneur, we have what do we have again? Agricultural entrepreneur and all of that. We also have tech entrepreneurs. Tech entrepreneurs are people that start tech businesses. You bring a team of coders. You have a great idea. Maybe you can take part in it, and then you are about the business model of a particular tech software or a tech product and all of that. But you are really about the model, how the entire overview works, starting the company, and all it takes. Just the same way you start an oil company. It's just that you are doing the same thing but with tech. Okay. Now there's also another important part that people need to go into. Many people are coming into the light of this, and it's project or program manager. Project or program manager. That's something I usually encourage people to take. Go and take courses on project project management, be a PIM, for the project management institute certified. Project management, that's PMI. Project Management Institute certified. So you can be a PM, the project manager. When you have that, you now start taking up projects. If you are going to be a project manager, you have to start from many of these designs or many of these tech skills I've listed out. You will need to first start by meeting people. Oh, let me try out here. Interning for companies. Oh, can I just take up this small project and just do it? I have this skill. People come to DG Hub Academy and they come and say, oh, I have this skill. I've finished learning either my front end, my back end, my graphic design. I just need somewhere I can try on my work in real time. And we give them such opportunities. Same thing too. You can try that with your friends. Please, if you're running this project, I just took this course and I'm looking for a real-time project to just try my hands on. From there, you get recommendations. From there, you gather your experience, you build your CV, you apply for jobs online, you apply for jobs in other places, and all of that. And then that's a career path you're already having without coding. There's also, within that project management, you can also narrow it down into tech project management or technical product management or technical programs management. Okay, so all of that will give you a product, or they have an idea. All you just do is structure it for them, and like we said, a business is different from a project. In business, you have operations. Operations is permanent, but project is always temporary. That's why a company can just say, we want to design an app, and then you work up that app from the inception stage. You draw out the time, the resources, and the budget that the project is going to take, and all of that, and then you pull all of this together. And when it's expired, you will now check, have we met up to the demands of the project? And once you are done, then you hand it over to operations. That's what the business analyst does. So a project manager is not really in charge of whether the business works or fails. That's the work of the business analyst. Okay, it's not in charge of whether it works. All his own job is to just make sure, I've delivered your app, I've delivered your software to you. So if it fails in your hands, good. But then you can now have a small project, a scaling project, It's also, like I said, it's always very temporary. So if your work is to make sure that scaling project works, like, oh, we have a project, we have this app that's not been working well for time, so let's have a project, sign up 20,000 persons to this app. There, project manager comes in, now analyzes, okay, how can we get this working? How is it going to work? What are the steps we are going to take, and all of that. That's a tech career, and it's really, really lucrative. There are a lot of persons that earn a lot of money from being project managers for companies. So we also have technical writing. Technical writing is simply writing technical content. Technical content. Like, I like to define stuff. Words are just, compound words are just compound words. If you break them down, it's very easy. Just the same way you have writing. We have people that are into fiction, people that are into, magazine writing and all of article writing and all of that. So we also have those that do technical writing. Like when you want to sign up for a software or for a software website, when you want to agree to a user licensing and all of that, a technical writer is the person that writes the instructions that you use for a website. He writes the developer requirements. All right? A technical writer is not usually a technical blogger. They are two different things. A technical writer is the person that writes the instructions for users on a particular website, software, or app. He also writes developer requirements. He writes press releases for a company. Then he also writes technical reports for a company. He also writes the specifications using technical terms for a particular product and other miscellaneous documents. So to be in this role, you must have a lot of knowledge. So you must need to read a lot about technical stuff. Then you must be very precise. You must be precise and concise, very clear. And you must be descriptive, very descriptive and organized. You must be organized if you are going to be a technical writer. So these are skills that you need to have, like we call them soft skills, interpersonal relational skills and all of that. So you must be organized, all right? Because we will need you to deliver your information straight to the point, all right? So technical writing is a very lucrative. Many companies are looking for technical writers. They're looking for technical writers to write information about their products, and all that. Sometimes they can also tell you, write articles for our blogs and all of that, but that's an extra. All right. So we also have a system administrator. A system administrator. So we call them the handymen of IT departments. Okay. Sometimes they call them IT technicians. They call them system administrators. Sometimes they have a code name for them, sysadmins. Okay, so their work is just to do basic stuff within an IT space. Okay, although there are companies that are now expanding the job descriptions, like having to unbox a product for them, get an email server back online, configure emails, backup files, create firewalls to protect a network, network things and all of that, Also, network administrators too. That's another non-coding role that people can take. Okay, it's a really busy job, but most times the downside to this is that it's usually on site. You can't really do that remotely, although you can for some roles, but you can't really do that remotely. You need to be on site, but it's a very lucrative job. A lot of persons that travel out actually go there to do the jobs. People take the course in DG Hub so that they can, get out and then use it to work. Then we also have digital marketing and sales funneling and all of that. Of course, we know what digital marketing is. Everybody wants to be a digital marketer, having to market products digitally. Like I said, compound words, you break them into two. Marketing that you do for paints, you do for everything. It's just that now you are doing it for digital products. So it's actually making use of social media spaces, making use of websites and making use of keywords, SEOs and all of that to market a company's product, to make sure that everybody within a digital space gets access and information to these products. Okay, so you can make use of social media marketing using Instagram, Facebook, like our basic social media networks. Also email marketing, and also web marketing, creating ads within a website and all of that, just to make sure that a company gets desired traction for their products. That's your job, to make sure that, as your work is that we have this product, we want it to be everywhere. We want to reach as much people as possible. Then we want that reach to also convert into patronage, into subscriptions, into sign-ups. That's what it is. So you can use content marketing, search engine marketing, and search engine optimization, along with social media marketing, like I mentioned. Those four key things are what embodies digital marketing. Okay, so like I said, technical writing is different from tech blogging. Tech blogging shares the same space with tech journalism. All right, shares the same space with tech journalism, meaning you can write about tech information. Oh, Google just bought so and so company for at so price. This is the implication. This is what went down. This is what they intend to do. Just getting those information. That's also tech journalism and tech blogging, of which, of course, you take the things that you've got, the information you've gotten, and then you now turn it into an article in a blog, and all of that. Recent trends are going up, like the way we talked about AI trends, and all of that. You just create articles with that, but like I said, it's going to be strictly technical. You are not going to be talking about Davido and Whiskey that fighting. That's not going to be in your blog. Your content is strictly going to be technical. Bloomberg is one of them that we know. They just write about technical stuff only. So we have to have that too. So it covers all manner of writing and publication. Companies are looking for technical bloggers, and technical blogging is something you can also start on your own and grow using digital marketing. You can just start saying, I want to write about tech within Nigeria space. I want to write about tech within the fintech space. That's something you can just start and keep growing. The era of writing, though gist and all of that, they fly, they are good. But then we already have people doing that on Instagram, gist lovers, and people either they'll prefer going to the Instagram page, the Facebook page, than to start clicking the website and going to start. Unlike those days before all of that came out, we'll rather go to the Naira Lands, the Linda Ikeji's and all of that. But that's still very feasible within the tech space, because people will not want to read tech news on Instagram. Fine, to make the news, because all those things are just scrollable. But they will rather go to a tech website, a tech blogging website, to get more information. Like all these things I just said now, imagine you converted everything into a technical content and put it on a website. It will fly. So the last part, and which is the most interesting part, software testers, game testers. Your work is it's very simple. They design software and they give you. There's even what we call idiotic testing. All right. Idiotic testing is that you have to reduce your brain capacity to the level of an idiot to test they call it foolproof testing. Okay. So you go to the site and use it like a total dummy. Then that way, they use such analysis to find that the developers use such analysis to now see how best to configure that website or program the website or the app or the software in a way that is easy for even the dumbest of people. Sorry, but the dumbest of people. Okay, so that's that about testing, and it's a role in companies. Some people call them usability testers. Okay, if any major company, let's say Google, Microsoft, releases a new product, they have loads of people that are paid to check out that stuff. So you too can also, there are people that also earn money on YouTube by getting new products and then testing it. That's why the day the iPhone 14 or 15 Pro Max will come out, the next day somebody else has bought it and then he's doing a review on it. He's testing. Most times, these guys are paid to do a review and all of that to get it out there, and then they now send feedback back to the company. So that's that. So with all of this I've said, the list is very exhaustive. This is not all to non-tech jobs or non-tech roles. So just pick one you will like, especially the testing part. If I were you, is easy. That one breaks the rule of hard work. Although the hard work there is that you need to be able to spot differences. You need to be able to know what changed. You need to be able to analyze. That's where the testing comes in. You know, I look at this product, I can see a difference in the feel, I can see a difference in the color, I can see a difference in how users will approach it. You know, you need to be able to think like a very, very basic user. So it needs a lot of thinking. Then it needs you to have a lot of knowledge about similar products. So I can, when a company calls for test and say, oh, this company did this company did this one here. And when I use their own and then use this one, you know, it's a whole different thing. You know, so it's a lot. Like I said, it's non-coding, but it's not for lazy people. They are not saying these are things to do if you know you don't have power to be hardworking. You must be hardworking. You must be diligent. You must be knowledgeable. All right. So thank you very much. I am Good News again from DG Hub Academy. We are right here in Benin at number 248, New Lagos Road, Eguabor. That's the Omega Restaurant building at Owasota, just the floor above Fem Foundation Church. That's where we are. So if you need to pay us a visit, if you need to talk to us, we are right here in Benin City. We are waiting to get all your questions. And we also have an academy where you can learn any of these skills. It's not free. You're welcome. All right. Thank you. See you next time.